Join me, let us make a perfect vintage shirt. Welcome to Next Signature. In my channel, I post detailed tutorial on how to cut and sew and quick DIYs. So tap on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get notified, get not to miss For out this on tutorial, any of you'll my be needing 1.5 video. yardage of fabric. So I'm using this vintage material. So you can use Ankara, you can use whichever stretchy fabric and light fabric that you desire. So this is the beautiful fabric I'll be using. So let's dive out to the cutting of this beautiful shirt. So this is the front part of the dress. So let me just write front so that we know that this is the front part of the dress. I folded the fabric into two. What I will do right away now is to take the length. So I have cut out the length. The length is 26 inches. So it depends on your client's body. So I'm using 26 just for the front part of the dress. So what I did, I divided my hip by 4. Then I added extra 5 inches to it. I hope you understand. So if your hip measurement divided by 4 is maybe 8, so you add 2 inches to it for ease. Then you add extra 5 inch for the collar or for the lapel at the front. I hope you understand. So after taking out your 5 inches, then you can now divide your hip by 4. Then you can add your ease allowance 2 inches, 2.5 inches, all depend on how baggy you want your dress to look like. So this is what I did for the front. I hope you understand. Okay, so that 5 inches, we are going to fold it in like so. Are you seeing how I'm doing it? So the 5 inches as good as part of the other parts of the front dress. Okay, so I folded in the 5 inch. So the remaining part of the fabric is my hip divided by 4 and 2 inches. I hope you understand. So this is how it is. You can also use iron to just iron it, then confirm if your measurement is okay. So this is for the front. So I'm going to remove the front and bring the back piece. The back piece is not like the front. The front piece is wider, while the back piece is not as wide as the front piece because of the 5 inch allowance that we added. So you will use your measurement that you use for the front, that's for the hip measurement, divided by 4, and your 2 inches or 2.5 inches is. That's what you use in cutting the width of the back. Okay, the wideness of the back. So the back is also longer than the front. You will notice the back is longer than the front with 3 inches. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to place the front piece on top of the back piece. Remember, we fold in that 5 inches that we added. Can you see that it is equal now? Okay, so I make sure that they are equal at the bottom part of it. Look at it properly. They are equal at the bottom part of it. So from the tip of the front piece, I'm going to measure 3 inches on the back. Can you see the back piece is longer than the front? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and measure 3 inches all the way around, and I'm going to trim it off. So when trimming it, this fabric is very shaky, so you have to pin it down or you have to hold it down while cutting. Okay, it looks like chiffon. So this is how it is. And look at the back piece. The back piece, can you see, this is the middle part is not cut while the side is cut. I hope you understand. Okay, so in the middle part of the front is not cut, and I folded it into two. Can you see? So I'm showing you so that you'll be able to do the right thing. Okay, so I'll place it back. What I will do now is to drag the front to meet the up, to meet the back at the up side. Okay, so when you check the down part of the front now, you see that it is shorter at the down part. I hope you understand. So what I'm going to do right away now is to measure 3 inch at this point. Okay, so for our shoulder slope, I'm going to measure 3 inches down. So from that's 3 inches, I'm just going to slant it to meet the neck like so, neck point like so. I hope you understand. So we're going to slit it, sorry, slant it like so. So after slanting it, we are going to take the uh, depth of the neck measurement. So what we'll do to the neck measurement is that we're going to measure your neck. You are going to measure the neck of your client, okay, around the circumference of the neck. So what I will do before doing that, I'm going to slit all this place. After cutting it off, we are going to measure half inch from this place. Can you see? I'm going to measure half an inch. So I'll go ahead and measure half an inch all the way round at the top after cutting out that the slope to the shoulder, sorry, to the neckline. Okay, so I'll just measure half an inch like so. Okay, then connect the dots. So what I would do now is to push my front fabric downward. Okay, I'm going to push it downward to meet the length of the back. So you can see that it has gone back to the back longer than the front at the top part. I hope you understand. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do right away now is to fold the the back to meet the front. I'm going to fold the back to meet the front piece. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to fold the back piece to meet that half inch at the front that we measured. I hope you understand. You fold it like so to meet it. So do that quickly. After that, what you are going to do now is to divide the circumference of the neck of your client by 4. Then you mark out whatever it gives to you there. So for the width, you are going to divide out the depth by 2. So whatever it gives to you, that's what you mark out. You remember you divided it by the circumference by 4. It gave you, if it gave you 3, maybe 3 inches, you are going to divide the 3 inches. After marking the depth as 3 inches, the wideness, you are going to divide the 3 inches by 2. So it will now be the wideness of the neck line. So go ahead and mark it out like so as shown in the video. So I'm doing it so that you'll be able to see it. So look at how I curved the upper part of it. Can you see? I curved the upper part of it, and I'm going to show you how I cut the neck line like so. Okay, so I'm tracing it out so that you'll be able to see how I did it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it off. Okay, before I cut it off, I'll take the shoulder. Okay, I'm going to take the shoulder. We are going to divide your shoulder by 2. Okay, the way you take your normal uh, shoulder measurement. So mark it there. So we are going to also mark out the depth of our armhole. Quickly mark it also. Then also automatically that's our chest line. Then I want to confirm the wideness of the chest line. So you remember what we took at our shoulder, that's what we are going to take at this point also as our chest line. So we'll take it this way and connect it to meet the shoulder. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do right away now is to take the um bust measurement divided by 4. So this will allow me to shape in the armhole. So I'll go ahead and shape in the armhole like so. Okay, so that I'll quickly do that, and I'm going to cut off. So while cutting the armhole, I added half an inch for sewing allowance for the armhole while cutting it. So watch carefully as I cut the armhole and the neck. Watch carefully. You see how I cut the neck. The neck, you don't just cut it anyhow. So watch this video till the end. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do well to click on the subscribe button. Please turn on your notification bell so that I get notified whenever I post new video. Drop your comment in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up. So I'm just putting things on the fabric so that it won't shift while I'm cutting it. So watch carefully how I cut it. See, for the front, can you see how I cut it? Watch it carefully, please, so that you don't go and cut the back and the front together. Look at it. Can you see? I didn't cut, it's only the front I cut that way. Then before I now proceed to the back, can you see? So watch carefully, do not miss any part, do not skip any part. So this is how it looks. So at that sharp point, I'm just going to trim it a little so that it will not look pointy, it will look curvy as desired. So this is how it is after cutting. So I'll go ahead and spread it open so that you can see how the front looks like. In case you spread yours and you're afraid that you have made error. This is the front piece. Can you see? I want to open it. Now remember we folded 5 inches in. So I'm going to open it so that you see how it looks. Okay. First of all, I'm going to notch where I measured 5, where I folded the 5 inch, where it started from. Okay, then I'll open it so that you see how it looks. And also I'm going to slit the side because there was joining at the side of the front because I folded the fabric into two. So I'm just going to slit it. So this is how the front looks when you open it. So don't be afraid when your front piece look this way. Okay, so at this point, that's where the 5 inches where we'll notch. What I'm going to do now is just to iron your canvas on the 5 inch. So instead of measuring 5 inch wide, you are going to measure 6 inch wide interfacing. Thank you for watching this video to the end. My next video will be the part 2, so stay tuned to my channel.